We are the New York Knicks. I'm back. Back in New York. Well, it's the Knicks. New York. We are the New York Knicks. New York. For this new season we're about to enter, the Knicks taking no shorts just like winter.
New York, New York.
New York be about the Knicks, huh?
But the best thing about New York City is
K-N-I-C-K-S.
Everybody say go New York, go New York, go!
Hey everybody, welcome to the New York Knicks podcast, part of Dash Radio, episode 470.
I thought we were part of a network.
So did I.
Okay.
So did I. Apparently it ended and we weren't informed. So,
Well, what is a bigger disaster, the network or the Chris Paul contract?
I'm going to say...
Actually, the John Wall contract is much worse than the Chris Paul contract.
For now.
For now.
I mean, when Chris Paul's 37 and making $43 million, we might have a different opinion on that.
How do you think this went down? Well, how do you think this went down? Chris Paul's like, I demand a trade. And Daryl Morey's like, sure, here's some phone numbers. Start calling teams. And we're not trading you for John Wall. You figure this out.
Right.
Okay, I don't want to trade anymore.
Yeah. Hey, Chris Paul, it's literally impossible unless Minnesota wants to trade Andrew Wiggins for you, and even they don't want that.
And yeah, there's so little. I mean, basically, John Wall. Washington would be happy to trade John Wall for you, and that's about it. Maybe Wiggins. I would do if you were in Minnesota. Would you do Wiggins?
Wiggins for Chris Paul. I don't know. That would depend on who I think I can get. What if you think you could get D'Angelo Russell?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think anyone's going to sign with Minnesota on purpose.
No, probably not. But
D'Angelo Russell has a number of options, and all of the options involve him not playing for Minnesota.
I would say if I could not.
By the way, Minnesota's capped out, so they have $109 million committed for next year, so they have to move someone to be able to bring in D'Angelo Russell. So, by the way, welcome to the D'Angelo Russell Minnesota Timberwolves podcast.
Okay, so what we're doing today is we're going to go through the top 20 free agents, and
Los Angeles.
we're going to guess where they end up.
Who's that? Who's that on the?
I don't know what that was. So we're going to guess where they end up, and we're doing another burger bet. Mark wants to owe me 4 burgers, so whoever gets more of these picks right.
Have I not been right yet on any of these burger bets?
You're 0 for 3 so far.
Okay. We're going to go in for a big burger meal. So basically, take 20 free agents. We're just going to guess, and then we're going to see who's right, who's wrong. Quickly in Knicks news, what has happened in Knicks news? The Knicks have released Cornette, and they released Moutier. They renounced both those contracts. They renounced them so they'd have max cap space. The rumor is the Knicks have a mutual interest in bringing back Moutier, and I think Cornette also. Let's hope Moutier does not happen, because that would be really a dark place for us.
So basically, we waive them to make cap space so that we can sign them.
Well, the idea basically, if we strike out in free agency, we don't get max players. We'd be happy to bring them back at less money, because apparently the cap holds for them were higher than you could bring them back at less money, no issue. Oh, maybe Moutier had such a great year in that last year that everyone's going to offer him max money too. Who knows? But anyway, the cap holds for whatever reason for those players, and let's not even try to figure this out. But the cap holds for those players were bigger than the Knicks wanted. The Knicks had to renounce them to get the. You get it, right?
I get it. I just don't like it.
Okay. The Knicks are also rumored for a couple players. The Knicks they've been discussed. There is rumors that Terry Rozier. Maybe a Knick, because the Celtics are going to sign Kemba is a rumor, and the Knicks would pursue Rozier. How do you feel about that?
Bad.
Okay. What if it's a 1-year deal?
Bad.
You feel bad if it's a 1-year deal? What do you care if it's a 1-year deal? Like, we have a point guard here?
I mean, I just don't think he's going to be very good, and we already have a bunch of crappy point guards, so why do we need
one
more?
more crappy point guard would be helpful. He looked pretty good the year before, so maybe last year was a Kyrie fiasco and the Gordon Hayward stuff, and
I just
he
feel
would
like the
look
Knicks
better.
have so many crappy point guards. Why can't we get like a crappy shooting guard or a crappy small forward?
We have those, Knox and Barrett.
Yeah, you can't play them 48 minutes.
I don't know. We have $60 million that we have to spend.
You need
Jay.
at least 2 in each position. I don't know why we need 17
We
point
have
guards and then like nobody playing the other positions.
we have at least at point guard. We have Dennis Smith. We have Frank Ntilikina. At shooting guard, we have Damian Dotson. Barrett is either a small forward or a shooting guard. We have Knox. We have
Trier.
We have Knox and Trier being I guess Trier is a shooting guard / small forward. Knox is a small forward /
Small forward.
small forward. We have some things on the roster. We we have one position figured out right now, kind of.
Right.
So let's not go. So anyway,
I'm
Rozier
just saying,
would not.
out of all those players you named, not one of them was a power forward.
Yeah, so we're gonna do this year without a power forward. What's your
Okay.
problem, Jack?
Every season we just pick a position and don't fill it.
We might fill it. The other player that's been rumored that the Knicks are interested in is Boogie Cousins, who I guess he's a center, but the Knicks could. I mean, if they sign Boogie Cousins with the intention of having him take the center minutes away from Mitchell Robinson, I might lose my goddamn mind. But my assumption would be if they signed Boogie Cousins, they would stick him at power forward with Mitchell Robinson next to him.
Twin Towers. The East is big, man.
The East is huge.
The East is still big, right?
Yes. So
Woodson
the
hasn't let us
idea
know
here
recently.
is Boogie Cousins had a shit year and had a mediocre shit year in Golden State. He needs to rebuild himself so he can get his max contract he wants or big contract at the same time. And it'd be very helpful for him to go to a bad team where he could put up a lot of points.
Yeah.
The Knicks have to spend $60 million. The Knicks could give him a $20 or even $30 million 1-year deal, and he can come here for 1 year, and no matter how annoying he is, he'll be gone the next year. Though if I'm the Knicks, on the off chance that he's good enough that you really want to keep him, I would have a team option if you're going to give him that kind of money.
Mm.
Well, I think anyone you're signed to a $20 million contract, where the Knicks might sign guys to $20 million 1-year contracts, the Knicks should have a team option for the following year.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Just so if it works out, they don't get screwed and have to really overpay.
What if Boogie just he's fine? I mean, part of the reason he wasn't that great in Golden State is he's still healing from his injury. So year 2, he should be better. And what if he really comes back into his own? He really starts dominating, and the Knicks are like, great, he's just going to walk. It'd be great if the Knicks have the option. I mean, obviously it'd have to be an option to come back at a high salary, but at least the Knicks could say, you're stuck here because that's part of the deal.
Right.
I just think anyone the Knicks sign, whether it be a Boogie Cousins or a reclamation project, which I guess Boogie Cousins is both, there should be a team option.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down with that.
Okay. Anyway, how do you feel about our big free agent signings being Terry Rozier and Boogie Cousins?
If you asked me that like 2 months ago, I would have just walked off the show. And now I'm like, that might actually happen.
The other player that has been linked to the Knicks is God damn it, the power forward.
Tobias Harris?
No, he is not linked to the
Of
Knicks.
course he's not.
He's young. He's exciting. I wouldn't mind him. No, what's his name?
Julius Randle?
Yes, Julius Randle. That's what I'm thinking of. Julius Randle's also been linked. He had a career year last year. He is a great low post player. He started developing his outside shot. He doesn't play a lick of defense. I don't know if he's been playing a lick of defense. I have not watched enough of him. But apparently the take on him is his defense is pretty mediocre. He gets 20 points, 10 rebounds a game. Did we have anyone else last year who did the exact same thing that we wanted off the team?
I think we did, yeah.
Yeah, so he's basically Cantor with an outside shot. Probably better on defense, can't be that much worse. How do you feel about that one? And this one sounds like Randall would be a multi-year deal.
Yeah, I feel much worse about that one.
I'd feel a lot better about the 1-year deals to Boogie and Terry Rozier than the.
Yeah.
And this one hasn't been suggested anywhere. But how do you feel about a $20 million deal for Redick? Just get a guy that can shoot.
1 year?
1 year, yeah. He all Redick does now is sign 1 year, $20 million contracts.
Yes, one year is fine.
You,
I
at
wouldn't
least
even
everyone,
want
he'd be
2
like,
years.
this is how you shoot the basket. I'm going to just spend the whole year training the rest of the team.
Because even in the playoffs, it looked like he couldn't cover anybody anymore. So
I would pay him $20 million just to teach Knox how to shoot.
yeah, no, I'm fine with that for 1 year. I'm just saying, when the Knicks become a playoff team, Redick is like 45 years old and can't cover anybody, so we don't really need that.
Oh, one other player has been linked to the Knicks, Nikola Vucevic.
I like him.
You like him? You like bringing a center to take Mitchell Robinson's minutes away?
No, I'm saying he's been very good for my fantasy team for like the last 5 straight years.
I mean, does Vucevic play power forward? I don't.
Sure. He'd have to.
He's going to be a multi-year deal. I mean, I guess the idea is either Vucevic or Boogie Cousins were going twin towers, or else if the Knicks are just saying Mitchell Robinson's going to play 15 minutes a night again this year, holy crap, this team is more going to be. But I was saying to Jay before the show, the Mets have gotten to the point where the team is so dysfunctional and so poorly run, they made the Knicks look functional and competent. The Knicks cannot do something like this and bring in a center to take Mitchell Robinson's minutes and lose all. I will lose my mind if that happens. I can't deal with what's going on with the Mets right now. I need the Knicks to be my bastion of sanity. The Knicks are a breath of fresh air from the Mets right now.
If you need the Knicks to be your bastion of sanity, you're a lost cause.
Oh my God! And I have the Jets, who, whatever. I don't even know. My son wants to be a Yankee fan. I've been resistant. I've been telling him we're Mets fans. I should just give in.
You should. Don't do that to the kid. You already got him on the Knicks. You probably got him on the Jets. Just let him have one team.
So we got for his birthday's coming up. Birthday's tomorrow. He got some stuff for his birthday ready, and like some people gave him like Amazon gift cards. And one of the things he wanted to get, he got this thing of like 600 basketball cards, and he's been putting it away in like in the sleeves in like a big binder, or a big book. And he's just like going through the players and asking me who the players are, and like it's awesome. And he loves the Knicks. I wish the team was good though.
Don't we all?
Anyway, and he wants to get a jersey. He's just waiting to see if Durant signs for the Knicks before he gets his jersey. Because if it's not Durant, then I guess it'll be RJ Barrett. Because what other jersey do I get him? I could get him Mitchell Robinson, but
yeah, it would have to be Robinson or Barrett.
Yeah, I feel like Barrett has more star power or potential, so maybe it'd be Barrett. But if KD signs, he'll basically have the jersey of a guy that will never actually probably play for the Knicks. He'll probably be injured for the whole contract.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last one, KD. KD's been linked to the Knicks. How do you feel about KD coming to the Knicks, injured and all?
I would still do it, but it's just so disappointing. Like
disappointing. That's a theme for the rest of the year.
Hey,
okay,
the Knicks got the best player in the league, but now he's injured for a whole year, and it might take him 2 years to recover, and then he'll be 32. So, yay.
Okay, so I pulled a list of 20 free agents off of CBS Sports had a list. So we're going with their top 20 free agents. Jay and I are going to pick. Some of the teams will be we are allowed to obviously agree. Like we both can say Kawhi's going to Toronto or the Clippers. That'll just be a push. But we have 20 guys. I'm sure we'll disagree about enough players, and we'll see who is right in a matter of a week or two. So you want to start, Jay?
Yeah, right before we do this, let's just go through the contact info. So you can contact us, nyknickspodcast@gmail.com. We're nyknickspodcast on Twitter, Facebook, patreon.com/nyknickspodcast. Help support the show. And our website, thenewyorknickspodcast.com. You could get cool Knicks podcast t-shirts. And if you go to thenewyorknickspodcast.com/ticket club, you can get discounts on tickets, 10 to 20% off. So check that out.
Also, if you want to leave us a voicemail, we no longer seem to have voicemail, but you can send us a voice memo. You can email us. You can record something on your phone, email it to us, and we'll play it on the show. We have a voice memo for this show. Do you want to play it?
Yes. We are hoping to get voicemail back up eventually. I don't know what happened with it.
Patreon. If you get us up to $5 million a month, we'll get voicemail.
Okay, so here we go.
Jay, Mark, I hope you guys can hear me. I don't know why I didn't think of doing a voice memo. I've been trying to call the voicemail, and the voicemail number wasn't working. Yeah, I should have done a voice memo from before. But anyway, this is Frank from California. Just chiming in on the Knicks, man. I was upset about not getting Zion. Very, 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 very disappointed about that. I was really pissed off about that. Upset about not getting Anthony Davis, and upset about the fact that Kevin Durant got injured. But man, all that's overshadowed by the fact that we got RJ Barrett, dude. Like, that is like so good to have that pick right now. I don't even feel bad about KP. Right now I'm just thinking about RJ Barrett and the fact that he wanted to be here. His father played for St. John. Um, it's all good. In my humble opinion, right now, the Knicks have cap space. I'll still give money to Kevin Durant. I know that's a really bold and gutsy move to do, but it's what do you have to lose if Kevin Durant comes, and then he needs a year to get healthy, and then we spend that year to just have RJ Barrett like train and learn and grow. uh, what's to lose, dude? Like in all honesty, I feel like we can just go ahead and offer KD a max, offer Klay Thompson a max, offer Kawhi Leonard, try to go after those types of players. If they don't want to come here, then then forget it. Excuse me, I apologize. Those who's underage listening, but like if those types of players don't want to come here, we need to set a standard. We can't do what we did back in 2010, where we didn't get the big fish and we give money to players who are not worth that money. It's better off that we don't. It's better off that we go and get high value players on the cheap, players that can help RJ and all the young players grow, players that could help if we do land a big star. Those are the type of players we need, because it's just smarter, because you never know when you could get a guy like Kawhi Leonard in a trade, and then do what the Raptors did. I'm so sorry for the memo being long. It's been a while since I chimed in. I'm just really happy, really excited. It's like one of the few times where, as a Knicks fan, I really, really, really am genuinely happy, genuinely satisfied. I never heard the New Yorkers. I don't know why the draft is not in the Madison Square Garden anymore, but that's a different story. But I never heard New York Knicks fans cheer so hard before. It's great. It's beautiful. I am also upset about the fact that there's a lot of free agency rumors about the Nets and how the Nets are looking really good. I don't like that, but it's whatever. I'm focused on RJ Barrett right now. It's going to be great. We're going to grow. The Knicks are going to be doing good things. Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
All right. Thank you, Frank.
That was awesome.
Yep.
I also predict. I know I predicted that Barrett is going to average 20 points a game. I'm pretty high on Barrett. I will also predict. I don't need a burger bet in this one, but I predict that you and every Knicks fan is going to be a lot more excited about him after Summer League.
Oh, that's right. We did a burger bet on Barrett averaging 20 points a game. I'm going to have like an entire franchise by the end of this.
At some point, Jay's going to be like, when are we going to meet up? I need my burgers. Pay up, mother. So yes. Also, we'll get the emails a little later. But if you have voice memos, that was awesome. Send a voice memo. We'll play on the show, and it is great to get. It's great to hear from the fans.
Yeah, it definitely is.
We should also name something the Amari rule. The Amari rule meaning just because you have cap space here doesn't mean you need to use it. It doesn't mean you have to use it poorly. Don't just give it away to anyone.
Right.
And if they're injured, they better be really good injured players for us to sign you.
Yeah, I'm definitely of the same mindset where we don't need to spend money just to spend it.
It is funny though. It's like Amari. The issue was, hey, his knees. I don't know. Like we think he's an injury risk. We'll give him the money. But everyone's against that. But this, we're like, he's already injured. We know he's injured. He won't play. Give him the money. We really want him to give him the money. But you know he's not going to play. Just give him the money.
Yeah.
If we can get two of those guys that are both injured, who both won't play next year, man, we'll be really set. Okay, and so before we talk about the players, we might just want to run through quickly who has money.
Okay.
You know who has money for a big-time free agent?
Mm-hmm.
The Lakers. Because they were helped out today by the Wizards, who took some players off their Pelinka's figured it out. The Wizards took some players from them, and now they have max cap space.
Yeah.
So they have max cap space. The teams that are in on free agents, Golden State is in on a free agent. If they do not sign both Clay and Durant, they'll have cap space. Celtics have enough for a max player. Knicks have enough for a lot of max players, or 2 max players. Clippers have space. Nets have space. Pelicans have enough space that they might be able to get a close to max salary. And apparently the Rockets, who have $125 million committed for next year, are in play for Jimmy Butler. You've heard that, right?
Who is?
The Rockets.
Oh, interesting. Oh, yeah.
They have $125 million committed for next year, but whatever. They want Jimmy Butler, so they'll probably get him.
Well, they're going to have to trade away Capella and either Tucker or Gordon, which I think would be hilarious.
Capella's pretty good. I would think there's a market for him.
There is, but like, is Chris Paul, Harden, and Butler going to do anything for you? If you don't have Capella and Gordon or Tucker?
Well, Houston stopped playing Capella in the playoffs, so...
Yeah, but Tucker was huge, and they might lose him, too.
Yeah, but if you have Butler instead of Tucker...
I guess. I think Houston missed their window, and that's it.
Okay, 20 players. Let's start with Kawhi Leonard. Where does he go? You keeping track of this, Jay?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think? Kawhi Leonard, where's he going?
I think he stays. I think he does. I think maybe he does a 1-1.
Do you just take my answers ahead of time away from me? Like, that's exactly what I was going to say. Even the 1-1 thing was what I was going to say.
Well, because I'm thinking that Lowry and Gasol are getting old, so maybe he tries to have a repeat, and then when those guys get old, he's like, okay, bye.
Yeah, I think he wants to keep his options. It's great. What Kevin Durant's injury has taught us is that if you get injured, you don't lose your money. You still get your max deal if you're good enough.
Yeah.
Okay, so we both agree he stays.
Yeah.
Okay, Kevin Durant. Where is Durant going?
Brooklyn Nets.
Knicks.
Okay. There we go.
We disagree.
It's guaranteed that one of us will win a burger.
Okay. Your logic, obviously, is the Nets are much well. I think he's going to look at everything, and enough people are going to tell him, if you're going to New York, don't go to a second-rate team.
I think the plan was to play with Kyrie, and Kyrie seems like he's going to the Nets, which is my number 3 pick, and they're going to go together.
Okay. I do think Kyrie is going to. Actually, I'm going to say someone different.
Okay.
I'm going to say Kyrie tells the Nets to go F themselves, and he signs with the Lakers.
Ooh. Getting the team back together.
They have the max space. Who would make more sense for the Lakers right now than Kyrie? The other option is D'Angelo, but Kyrie makes more sense than D'Angelo. I think LeBron gives him a call.
No, they threw D'Angelo out. They're not going to take him back.
Supposedly he has an open mind to LA, and I mean, if they're not getting, they could use a point guard, and you ideally could use a point guard that can play off the ball, since LeBron's not going to share the ball with the point guard. It would make a lot of sense for Kyrie, who's already played with him. Kemba, you wonder. Kemba is, but he's ball dominant. You wonder if he's going to be able to play off the ball enough. D'Angelo, I feel like, might have issues also. Kyrie would be the perfect fit. Kyrie has seen what life is like without LeBron. He probably does not enjoy not going to the finals.
Plus, it might get hilarious again.
Yes, it might get hilarious.
Because he was mad being second fiddle, and now he'd be third fiddle. So I'm sure that'll work out great.
Whatever. The Earth's flat. He could probably deal with this. I want dysfunction in LA. I want that the roster is going to be LeBron, Anthony Davis, who both will play at. I bet LeBron plays 60 games next year, and same with Anthony Davis. I bet they. I don't think they'll
And
be.
if they get Kyrie, he might play 60 too.
Yeah, I think you have three. It's going to be tough because the rest of the roster is going to be really bad unless a lot of players go, "Hey, I want to win a title," and I think this is function in LA is the way to go.
Well, you saw Washington took everybody except Kuzma, so the Lakers literally have three guys right now.
Yeah, like they're going to have a bunch of G Leaguers on this team. It's not going to be pretty.
Well, why do teams feel like they have to help out the Lakers though? Like, why do they always get bailed out?
This is going to be, you know how Miami created the you need to get the big three.
Yeah.
I mean, before that was the really the creation of the big three. This is going to be the death of the big three.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be a playoff team, but I think they're going to be a low playoff seed. Okay, so you took the Nets, I took the Lakers. Kemba Walker.
I'm going to go with Celtics.
Celtics. Yeah, I mean the Celtics cleared a lot of space.
The Celtics are losing Horford and Kyrie, so they need a center and a point guard.
Yeah, and they're too well run. They have a case to make the Kemba. We have a path here. We have a bunch of young players. We still have some draft picks.
He's 29 though. Like Celtics aren't looking nearly as good as they were a year ago. I mean,
no. Well, you really need if Tatum and
Brown,
if they both can, if either one of them, if both of them could step up to where they were a year ago, then you're fine.
Well, the problem is Horford's backup was Baines, and they got rid of Baines.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing at center, but centers are the least. They're the least valued position on the floor, meaning they'll be set. You could probably get a good deal on a center.
So this top 20 doesn't have Kevon Looney, which I thought was weird because I feel like he's underrated at this point.
Is Kevon Looney a free agent?
I think so.
Okay. No, but is he? Maybe he'll end up back. He could end up back in Golden State, or a lot's going to depend. Can they really afford it? If they bring back Durant and Clay, then maybe they can't afford him. And if they don't bring one of those back, then you probably should definitely bring back Looney.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're both thinking Kemba going back to or going to the Celtics.
Yeah. So Kevon Looney is a unrestricted free agent.
Yeah. Well, I mean, looking quickly at this list, I mean they're all bigger names than Looney on this list. It's just probably top 20. I mean, I think Looney's probably like in the 21 to 30 range. Like he's a guy that the Knicks would, in the past Knicks would say, "Oh, he's pretty good in the playoffs. Let's give him a max contract and have it be a disaster." Like he's not done that much. He's been fine. He's not even close. He's not close to a star, much less an all-star.
Yeah, he's a nice piece though. Well, what'd you say Kemba's going to?
I'm going to agree with you on the Celtics.
Okay.
5, Klay Thompson. I think we're going to have some agreement on here.
Yeah, I think he stays.
Okay, he stays. 6, KP. He's a restricted free agent, and really the answer here is, does he take the max offer? Dallas is making him a max offer. Does he take it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Will it be a disaster? Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be exciting when they find out that he's like, no, I only play 60 games a year. Yeah, I play ISO. I just turn around. I don't want to be involved in this whole like working together thing. I learned from Melo. KP, what do you think? You think KP is going to be good this year? Like in theory, he should be with Doncic. He's got a good offense, a well-run team.
I think he's going to show flashes like he did every year with the Knicks. He's going to have a stretch of like 6 weeks when we're like, oh my God, this is the worst thing ever.
And literally every news organization in New York will be telling us it's the worst thing ever.
Yeah, Mark Berman will just, yeah.
The Daily News will like every day, like we could go to war with Iran, the Daily News will be like, we're covering the Knicks thing first.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I think he's going to have his ups and downs. I think that just might be his career, to be honest.
I think he's also going to be, he probably will take another year before he's fully recovered from this injury.
Yeah, I think he's going to have like a month where he averages 30 points a game, and then he'll have a month where he's shooting 20% and looks like he should be out of the league. I feel like that's just the way it's going to be for a while.
I don't think he'll be as agile as before. I think by the end of the year, we won't be as unhappy about losing KP.
Right.
Okay.
And if it doesn't work out, then the draft pick the Knicks get is better. So.
Okay. Jimmy Butler.
I'm going to go with the Lakers on this one.
Ooh. I'm going to go with he takes the max offer from Philly to stay.
Okay.
No, Lakers are good. That is a good pick. Number 8, Tobias Harris.
I'm saying he stays with Philly.
Okay. So you think they? I mean, I think they're going to keep one or the other. I think they'd probably rather keep Butler, even though he's a head case.
Probably, but I feel like because Butler's a head case, he's probably going to try and go somewhere else again. He's just going to try a different team every year. That's Butler.
So I'm going to say this is where this is a little harder. Where Harris is going to go, I am going to say he ends up. I'm going to pull this. There's been zero rumors on this, but I'm going to say the Pelicans.
Interesting.
Well, the Pelicans might have signed someone. It's a matter of who it's going to be. They have a very interesting situation there.
I mean, it wouldn't be a bad fit.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's a good fit. Who else do you think the Pelicans are going to sign?
I have no idea. It's not exactly a. That's the thing. It's not a hot spot. It's not a hot spot destination, but they have a good situation.
You got Zion, obviously. You got Ball. You got Ingram. You got Ingram's more of a. I guess is he small forward or power forward?
Small.
But again, I guess Harris is more of a small or a power.
He can do either, really.
Okay. I was trying to think about who else would sign there. I think they're going to get a big name free agent, even though it's not going to just because of the Zion factor. We'll get him somewhere. Who's their point guard right now?
Holiday.
Oh yeah, obviously Holiday. I mean, they got an interesting team.
Yeah. All right.
I think him, or I could say like Redick going there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should switch this to Redick. Where else would Harris go then? Because Redick would make a lot of sense there also. I think Redick stays. Okay, I'll get to Redick. We'll get to Redick. Okay, next player, Milton.
I think Milwaukee really overpays to keep him.
Is it really an overpay for him? You think other teams would give him a max offer or close to max?
I think close to max, and they get scared by just the prospect of losing him and just max him out.
Yeah, I think he's staying also. Okay, Vucevic. First one is, how dumb are the Knicks? Well, I said Durant signing, so if Durant's signing, the Knicks are not going to sign Vucevic.
Vucevic's a tough one.
Orlando could keep him, but is that really who you want to keep? Don't they have Bamba in Orlando? They got a bunch of bigs. It seems like they don't necessarily they're not going to keep him, I feel like.
Right. I'm going to go.
I think he's going to be more disappointed than he hopes in free agency.
I do too. I'm going to go with the Clippers.
Why? I know they need someone, but why Clippers?
Because I think they could use. They don't have a really good center. They have all this cap space, and as we're going down this list, I don't see any of the 9 guys above Vucevic going there. So I think at this point, all those guys are going to be off the board, and they're going to start getting nervous.
It is a game of musical chairs. Everyone has to find a seat.
Yeah, I think they're going to start getting nervous, and then they're going to start getting reckless.
That would be a reckless signing. That definitely would be a reckless signing.
He's good. Vucevic is very good.
Yeah, that'd be a reckless signing.
I think it would be reckless if it was a max, but I think if you gave him like 20 a year, I don't think that's bad. Like he's good.
He wants a max.
Well, what you want, what you get is 2 different things.
Well, do you think the Celtics can clear enough space to bring him in with Kemba?
Yeah, but I already picked
Kemba. I said with
Kemba, and I don't think so.
Yeah, at some point there's not a. I'm looking at the salaries. There aren't that many. So some players are going to be like kind of screwed in this process.
No, because Boston has 71 million locked up for next year. Kemba will bring you to like 100. They don't have enough room.
No. You're right. I'm trying to think of who else would. You think Brooklyn would take him? Brooklyn brings in Kyrie and Kemba. I mean, Kyrie and Vucevic.
They could.
They like shooting threes.
Yeah.
Trying to think of who else in this list would make sense for the Nets. There's a bunch of guys on this list.
Yeah,
this is a tough.
Yeah, the rest of this list is all tough.
Yeah, so you say Clippers, I say, and I'm gonna say somehow he ends up on the Nets.
Okay.
Okay, it doesn't make a lot of sense. I stopped making sense. Okay.
Yeah.
The next one is D'Angelo Russell. So if you think we both think the Nets are getting Kyrie, it seems insane to keep D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah, I think this is the Knicks' big move. I just think they throw all the money at Russell.
But you know what? There's been no. We talked about last show. There's no linkage. No one's talking about this.
There is not. But every free agency, there's always one or two free agents where you're like, well, I didn't see that coming. That came out of nowhere.
And I know Knicks fans are talking about this, but there's no like rumors from insiders that this is actually like on the table. Yeah. So what about him going to? He's an interesting free agent. Dallas.
That is interesting.
Just trying to figure out how much money Dallas has. Why do I not see? Oh,
Dallas has money.
Yeah, Dallas has money. Dallas. Oh, you know what? I missed the rest of the list. The Kings have money. Dallas has money. The Pacers have money. The Hawks have money. I don't know why I didn't scroll down. I'm a moron.
I just sorted it by who has money.
Oh, that would make more sense. I didn't realize I can do that. Oh, okay. Well, that makes a lot more sense. Okay, I'm gonna change Vucevic. I'm gonna say instead of going to the Nets, he goes to where would be the dumbest place for the dumbest team to sign him? The Sacramento Kings.
You think that would be the dumbest?
I don't think he's a good free agent. I don't think you want to invest in him. I don't think he's the most athletic center. He can shoot threes. He can definitely score, but he's not a rim protector. So I don't think you'd really want to invest in a center that can't protect rim, and the Kings probably would do that.
Okay.
I also think the Nets have Jared Allen, so they're less likely to do that.
Right.
Why would you invest in a guy at center that can't protect the rim?
It happens all the time.
I know, but it's like the league is going away from that. Enes Kanter is a center that can't protect the rim. He can score, and everyone in the league was like, we don't really care about him anymore.
Yeah. Okay, so where did you pick Russell yet?
Oh, yeah. So I picked Russell yet? The Mavericks are going to sign someone. The question really is for me is that are the Mavericks going to sign Harrington? Minnesota has money too, right?
No, but they can. It seems like they're rumored to be calling around to be able to make room.
The Hawks have money.
Yeah, so that's also the thing. You don't necessarily have to pick teams that have money because the Rockets and the Timberwolves are allegedly making space.
Right. I don't believe the Rockets are going to get Jimmy Butler. I know everyone's talking about that. I don't believe they're going to. The Suns have some money. The Suns don't have that much money. The Pacers have money. Someone's going to sign with the Pacers. Who's their point guard besides like Oladipo is more of a shooting guard?
Yeah, they had Collison, right?
They have Collison. Be kind of a tricky move if they signed D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to take on the Dallas Mavericks. They don't have a point guard right now, right? I'm going to say I think they bring in Russell.
So we're saying Doncic isn't a point guard.
I mean, I guess he is a point guard, but he's not really their point guard though.
Okay, so you're saying D'Angelo Russell Mavericks?
This is my final answer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say. But then where's Harrington sign, right? I'm going to say Russell to the Mavericks. Okay.
Harrington?
Not Al Harrington. I mean, Al Harrington. Is he going to sign? Horford.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so Malcolm Brogdon.
See, this one's really tough. Like,
You don't think Milwaukee goes all in to keep him? He was a 50-40 guy, right?
right. So the thing is,
90 50-40 guy.
so do the Bucks go? Just say we're bringing everybody back and go Middleton, Brogdon. This is our team. We were close last year. Everyone's going to get better.
If you're the Bucks and you're the Sixers, you run it back. Your teams were so close to being Toronto. Like Philly, you needed basically a miracle shot from Kyrie from Kawhi to beat you. So from Philly, you could have easily won that series. And you're Milwaukee. You were up 2 games. There's a good chance you could actually beat them if you play them again in 7 games.
Yeah.
I think both those teams, you run it back. So, yeah, I go all in. Milwaukee, what's Milwaukee's other option?
To not sign them and then sign somebody else. So, yeah, I'm gonna say Bucks again. I say they just go to the Bucks.
I mean, in theory, you have obviously Giannis and people are going to want to play with Giannis, but you don't have that much space left. They have $94 million committed already.
Right.
It's a lot easier just to bring back your free agents.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're both saying stay?
Yeah.
Okay, Redick,
I'm gonna say.
So I took Tobias Harris going to New Orleans.
You said Tobias Harris, yes.
Okay. So Redick, where do you think Redick's going?
I think Redick goes to the Pacers.
Stays in Philly.
Philly.
They're gonna have the money, so I don't see why they don't keep him.
Are they gonna have the money?
Right now, it says they have $45 million committed.
Yeah, but you said they're gonna re-sign Butler.
Yeah, they still have money from there.
Okay.
You have $45 million. If you gave Butler $30 million, that's $75. You still have money.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think he's played in the Philly the last 2 years. He probably likes it there, so he'll probably stay. Or maybe he doesn't like it there. Who the hell knows? But I think he's a good fit for what Philly does. They have to bring Redick back. I know we can't guard anyone, but he's a hell of a shooter.
Yeah. Okay. DeMarcus Cousins.
And also, one of your big 3 in Philly can't shoot. So
true.
DeMarcus Cousins. What team will screw up and take him? I know I said Durant to the Knicks. I almost kind of think I think Cousins goes to the Knicks too.
Okay.
I don't like it, but at the same time, the Knicks want to keep flexibility in their cap space. They just take Cousins, and then they can try to bid for Anthony Davis next offseason.
I am going Sacramento Kings. He goes there just so he can go berserk, average 30 points a game, and then get a max contract next year.
I will say the one team he's 100% not going to is Sacramento Kings. I don't think they want him. They got rid of him last time.
I forgot he was even on that team.
Are you kidding me? You forgot he was on that team?
I did.
I thought you were joking.
No, I'm just thinking of a team that doesn't really have anything going for them. They're going to lose Barnes, and they need scoring, and he wants to just score a lot of points on it.
He forced his way out of the Sacramento last time, and he was such a head case. Why the hell would they want him back?
Can I take a mulligan on that one?
I'm sure you just switch teams, obviously. Okay. Who do you want instead?
I'm going to say...
It's hard.
It is hard. Yeah, I forgot he burned his bridges there.
Yeah. So you have you put Redick on the Pacers?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Okay.
I figured they could use a little more shooting, and I think they're going to lose Bogdanovich.
What about the Hawks? Oh, they're going to lose Bogdanovich, you think?
I do, yeah.
Oh.
So, Cousins...
He had a good year. That'd be a big loss for them.
I'm going to go Phoenix.
Cousins to Phoenix. That would be monumentally stupid by the Phoenix Suns, so that sounds within what they...
Suns have a terrible owner. Tyson Chandler's 45.
Chandler's not on the team anymore.
Yeah, and so they don't really have a center, right? So
Chandler's on the Lakers.
Oh, right. He went. So who the hell do they even have?
I mean, I don't know what the hell they're doing there.
Nobody knows what they're doing there.
Okay, so you took the Suns for Cousins?
Oh yeah, the Suns took Aaron Baines, but like you can't play Aaron. That's their only center on the whole roster.
Wait, where did I put the Cousins on the Knicks? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna screw it. I'm gonna say him on the Knicks because it probably will happen. Horford, I'm gonna take the Mavericks.
I had Horford for the Mavericks too.
Okay, so I put Russell on the Mavericks also. So that's probably not gonna work out.
Well, I mean,
Bogdanovich.
you hedging your bets. They'll probably get one of the two.
Yeah. I'm hedging. I have a hedge fund going here. Bogdanovich. He had a good year for the Pacers last year.
Yeah.
He's 30. He's older than I thought he was younger.
See, I think this is going to be a funny signing because I think Houston's going to move Gordon or Tucker to make room and then not get Butler, and then they're going to end up with Bogdanovich.
Actually, how long has Bogdanovich been in the league this long? Like, how did he only break out this past year?
I don't know. Very late bloomer.
He got in the league when he was 25. I mean, he was good before, but last year, obviously, he really broke out.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'd be a good signing, though, but he's kind of on the older side. So you're taking him, where are you taking him?
The Rockets.
Okay. So you think I think the Rockets aren't going to do that. They're going to move everyone to get Bogdanovich?
No, they're going to move everybody to get Butler, and then they're not going to get Butler. And then they're going to be like, oh, shit, now we have like nobody on the roster. And then they're going to panic, get Bogdanovich.
Okay. I think Bogdanovich ends up playing with the other Bogdanovich on the Kings.
Kings, okay. That would be great.
Don't they have a Bogdanovich also?
They do. Have two Bogdanoviches that aren't related. That would be awesome.
Julius Randle. Not getting a max contract.
No.
Where does he end up? Suns?
I'm going to go Kings.
No, not the Suns.
I'm going to go Kings with that one.
By the way, the Suns have Ayton, by the way, who the point guard is. Remember the number one pick in the draft?
Yeah.
So where are you putting Randall?
I am. Ayton is listed on ESPN as a small forward.
What?
I think they need to update their website.
Oh my god. I'm going to take Randall going to the Hawks.
Okay.
I don't care if this makes sense anymore.
Yeah. I picked Kings, but I mean Randall's like such a wild card. Who the hell knows?
Okay, Brook Lopez. Oh, I haven't given anyone to the Clippers yet.
Yeah,
you know what? Who do I have Bogdanovich going to?
You have Bogdanovich going to the Kings.
I did Bogdanovich. I like that Bogdanovich squared.
Yeah.
Randall is going to go to, and I put Randall who?
The Hawks. I kind of like that one.
Yeah. You think Randall would go to the Clippers instead?
He could, yeah.
I know who are the Clippers going to get? Yeah, I get someone.
I have the Clippers getting Vucevic.
I would think. I almost thought Harris, but I'm like, they obviously just had Harris.
Yeah, but that would be a good move on their part. They would get all the assets for Harris and then just sign him back anyway, and then they have all the assets as well.
Yeah, that makes some sense. I'm going to put Harris on the Clippers. Harris goes back to the Clippers.
So he's not on the Pelicans anymore.
He's not on the Pelicans anymore. And
we're going to post all this on our website so you can see what our final picks are because we're kind of getting a little scattered right now.
A little scattered. Or just maybe it's just me who's getting a little scattered. Who do the Pelicans get? This is hard. I should have done my homework ahead of time. The Pelicans get...
I'm going to put Randall on the Hawks instead.
You're going to put Randall on the Hawks. So I put Randall on the Hawks. We're agreeing on Randall?
Yeah.
Well, that's disappointing. All right,
I don't want to agree with you, so I'm going to go with Kings.
Okay.
I'll go back to Kings.
Okay. Okay, Brook Lopez. Where's Brook Lopez go?
This is another tough one because if you think they're getting Middleton and Brogdon, they might not have enough money for Lopez.
He's not going to get a huge contract, but he's definitely going to get a contract.
He's going to get a bigger one than he had this year.
I don't know if they have bird rights for him. I don't know. I don't even know how bird rights really work. And apparently, if you've been to a place for a half hour, you get bird rights. I don't think they can afford to keep him, but I don't think there's a giant market for him either. The Lakers would like to get him, but I don't think they're going to have the money. You have to be a team that's kind of good to really want him in the first place.
Maybe he just goes back to the Lakers.
No, I'm not going to have cap space. Once they sign Kyrie or whoever you think the Lakers are going to sign, they're going to be out of cap space.
Clippers?
You think the Clippers really want him?
I don't know. Yeah, you're right. He's a tough fit. Celtics. I'm going Celtics. They have no center.
Yeah, that makes sense. The Celtics. Okay. But I can't agree with you, right?
You could.
So, I mean, I could, obviously. And that makes some sense, but there's no strong case for him going there either. I'm going to say... Suns? Indiana takes him.
Okay.
I have no idea, actually. Like this is going to be an interesting free agency. I didn't realize with these many guys that you have no idea where they're going.
We're going to be wrong on 15 out of 20.
Yeah, it's like Jay got 2 right. He beat Mark, got 1 right.
The only ones we're going to get right are the ones we said stayed with their team.
Stayed with their team.
Okay, 2 left.
2 left. I'm just looking at this. I said Pacers for him.
Yeah.
I mean, they have Turner. Is Turner a free agent? He's restricted, right?
Yeah.
He's not on the list?
I don't think they're counting restricteds.
No, they are counting on the
They
restricted.
are.
They don't have him top 20, but they have to pay to keep him.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to change it to the Hawks.
Lopez?
Yeah, Lopez.
So they're getting Randall and...
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes no sense, huh? You think he comes back to the Nets? Nah. Kings? Are Kings dumb enough to pay for him?
I don't know. Maybe just leave it at the Pacers.
Yeah, okay, Pacers, whatever. Okay, Paul Millsap. And it's a team option. I think Denver's keeping him, right?
It's like $30 million, I think, but I think they do. I think they just run it back. They were close too. Has
this been they were pretty close, you're right. Has this been announced already?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Nuggets looking to extend Paul Millsap to a longer term deal.
They're looking to. It doesn't mean it'll happen.
I mean, it seems like why would you extend to a longer term deal when you have him signed already for 1 year?
Well, because he's at 30. What if you want him for 3 at 20?
Yeah, he's also 34 years old. Why would you want him for 3 years?
He's still really good on defense, and they looked way worse without him.
He's 34 years old.
Well, so is Al Horford, and the Celtics looked way better with him.
Horford's 33. It's much different than 34. Yeah. So I'm going to say I'm going to say that they just keep him. I think they just take his team option. Okay. So that's different. You're saying they're going to extend. You're going to say it's a bigger extension.
Yeah, I think they do 3 years at 15 or 20 per.
Okay, that's different. I'm taking a team option. You're taking the extension. Okay. That is different. Okay, DeAndre Jordan, the great Nick.
I think he goes to the Pelicans to mentor Zion.
That is interesting. That's really interesting. That's a good one. I was going to say he goes to the Nets in their efforts to get, but they're only taking him if Durant is healthy. Sorry, not healthy. If Durant is coming, because there's a rumor that because he's Durant's best friend.
So you picked the Nets getting nobody.
I picked the Nets getting. I didn't give the Nets anyone, huh?
No, you didn't.
Holy crapola!
I love
So
making burger bets against you.
I am really bad at this. I like your logic for Jordan going to the Pelicans. I'm not going to take that, but I do like your logic there. I think he goes back to the Clippers.
Really? Okay.
I mean, why not? Who's their center? The Clippers, basically, their plan will be bringing back all the. They're going to bring the guys back. Like, Tobias Harris, you come back.
Yeah, why
Yeah.
not?
Well, if the Nets aren't getting, who did I say D'Angelo Russell's going to? Because if the Nets aren't getting Kyrie, they're just keeping D'Angelo Russell. Though, do they have to renounce him to sign him?
Mm,
I guess the Nets are going to keep D'Angelo Russell then. If they're not, if I'm saying Kyrie's going to LA, then I think the Nets are going to keep Russell.
the Clippers have Zubac, and they play Harrell at small ball.
Yeah, so they need they could use a center.
Yeah.
I think they bring back.
So
I think they bring back Jordan.
Okay.
So my whole list makes no sense. I've given the Nets no one, right?
You give them no one, but I mean, it doesn't. I gave them 2, but neither of them might go there. So that.
Who'd
could
you
be
give
a
him?
wash.
You gave him Kyrie and
Durant.
Durant?
Yeah. But I mean,
yeah.
who knows what the hell? That rumor changes like every other day.
Okay, so Harris. I had Harris going to the Pelicans.
No, you had him going back to the Clippers.
Okay, maybe the Nets get Harris.
Maybe
Then who the Clippers get?
DeAndre Jordan.
Oh my God, this is hard.
I'm starting to think that there's not enough players for all the free agents space.
At first, I thought there was not enough. Like there's not enough teams that have space, but now it's the other way around.
Yeah.
I don't even freaking know.
Yeah.
This is hard.
I mean, I only had one player going to the Clippers, and it was Vucevic.
Okay, let's go quickly through this. So Kawhi, we both agreed, staying in Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
Durant, you said he's going to the Nets. I said the Knicks.
Yep.
Kyrie, you said the Nets. I said the Lakers. Kemba, we both said
Celtics, yeah.
Celtics. Clay, we both say Golden State.
Mm-hmm.
KP, stay.
Mm-hmm.
Stay in Dallas, max offer. Butler, I said Philly. You said
Lakers.
okay. Yeah, I mean, that's possible. Tobias Harris. This is where it really broke down, huh?
Yeah, I said he stays. You said Clippers.
I said the Clippers. Okay. You say he stays. You think they'd want to try to? Do you think they're going to try to keep both of them?
I don't know. It's like 5 max contracts a year from now.
I mean, you'd rather keep Tobias Harris than keep. Harris is more valuable to you than would be Redick, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I say they don't anyway. Middleton, we both said Milwaukee. Vucevic is really like where did I have Vucevic ending up in?
Kings.
Kings. What the hell's going on? Where do you have him going?
Clippers.
Okay.
I don't feel good about either of those, but whatever.
Those are really wrong. Russell,
You had the Mavericks.
I had the Mavericks, and you have
The Knicks.
the Knicks.
Could very well be the Mavericks.
Well, I'm going to hedge my bets and just stick with Dallas. But it doesn't make sense if Kyrie goes to the Lakers and you feel like Russell's staying with the Nets.
Mm-hmm.
Unless some reason the Nets have to renounce him to get in the game and then he leaves.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, we renounced him. Kyrie and Durant, come here. And they're like, we're not answering your phone call anymore. Okay. I don't want to extend this by trying to figure this out. Brogdon, we both say stay in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
You think what kind of offer is he? What offer would he get? If he gets a max offer, obviously Milwaukee's not going to match a max offer for Brogdon. How crazy of an offer could he get that the Bucks are like, screw it?
20 per.
Okay, so that's what Phoenix is giving him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to take Phoenix for Brogdon. Can I switch that?
Sure.
So I think that would be the Phoenix is we need a point guard. We need someone who can settle this. We're going to go 20. We're going to overpay for Brogdon. Redick.
Yeah, I mean they could have drafted one, but instead they'll just really overpay for one.
Yeah, exactly. Redick. Who you got? what did we say? We said Reddick. You said going to
Pacers.
Pacers. I said staying with Philly. Cousins.